Hi, my name's Adam. I've been challenged by the guys that I work with at the training ground to produce a video, an educational video on lifting without the use of my hands, diagrams or demonstrations. So I'm going to choose to help you with your squatting technique, and I'm going to try and break it down as best as possible in explanation, and hopefully this will get you guys not only improving your technique but smashing those PRs and lifting a little bit more without causing any injury. So the first thing we're going to do is obviously place the bar on the rack. From here, we're going to make sure our hands are then placed shoulder width apart. Should be important to note that we want the bar at the right height so that one, it's not too low that we're having to perform a squat to lift it off the rack, and it's not too high so we're having to come onto our tiptoes to take it off the rack. So just right, so there's slight hip extension will enable us to take it off the rack. Once we've got our hand position sorted, so as I said, about shoulder width apart, we're going to get full grip, so we're going to wrap those thumbs around the bar as well. We're going to try and squeeze those elbows in towards the side of our body and push them forward. This is not only going to help us keep our chest up, but it's also going to create a shelf. It's going to contract those traps, keep them nice and tight, squeeze the shoulder blades together, creating a shelf for that bar to sit on, which hopefully should make it a little bit more comfortable for you, but also help with that stabilization and balance. So once we've got the bar rested on there, that slight hip extension is going to allow us to take the bar off the rack. From here, we're going to try and use 3 steps to try and get ourselves in the best footing position in able to perform the squat. The reason we want to do it with 3 steps is obviously that's a minimal amount of steps really we can use that can save energy and get us into good position. So we're first of all going to step back with our strong foot. We're then going to take another step back with our other foot and readjust that stronger foot to make sure we've got a good squat stance, slightly wider than hip width. From here, make sure toes are pointed slightly outwards, and we're going to initiate the squat by taking a big deep breath in to brace the core, making sure we keep that nice neutral spine throughout, and slight hip hinge to start. By coming back with the hip first, that's going to allow us to get nice and deep in our squat. From here, we're going to lower, making sure that our hips and our shoulders lower at the same rate. So we're not leaning forward and we're not leaning back. And we're going to push our knees over the line of our toes so that our knees track our toe line. This is also going to help us to again get a little bit deeper and push those hips forward to keep our torso upright and maintain that balance. Make sure, remember, the balance is over that midfoot and the heel throughout. We don't want to be coming onto our toes, because as soon as we do that, we'll lose balance. We don't want to be coming right onto our heels so our toes are too far off the ground again, so we lose that balance. Once we get our hips below the knee, once we break that line, then we're at the bottom of our squat. We don't need to go arse to grass, literally to the most point of range of motion. From there, we're then going to drive up through the heels, again maintaining that brace of our core, maintaining that neutral spine, and ensuring our hips and our shoulders rise at the same speed, keeping those elbows pushed forward and tucked in nice and tight. And we're going to come up to full extension at the knee, full extension at the hip till we're standing upright again. Obviously, if we're performing more than 1 rep, we're going to repeat the same action over and over again until we hit the number of reps that we're after. I hope you've enjoyed this educational video on how to squat. I hope some of the technical points have helped you and helped you improve your squatting performance. Hopefully there'll be some more videos to come, and if you've enjoyed it, please let me know. Bye.